Hi there, this is Callum, e-learning support officer in the business school. This is a series of 6 short videos which are just going to go through each of the points in this Moodle unit self-checklist. Now the Moodle unit self-checklist is a really good tool when it comes to the beginning of the academic year and you've rolled over all your content from last year and you're looking to just prepare information for students. It just lets you go through and review what's there and how it's actually presented to students so that it makes a bit more sense. Now these points are based, this checklist has been written collaboratively between Learning Research Technologies and the Centre for Learning and Teaching, and it's based on feedback that we've had from Moodle users last year, so our students, but also feedback on good practice come back through the faculties on just little bits and pieces of the lectures I've added to the Moodle unit areas, which have just they felt have worked and just provided a better student experience, made it easier for students to navigate the content. So we've got 6 points. We've got instructions and expectations, support for students, assessment, organisation and content, reading lists and resources, and readability and navigation. And in this first video, I'm just going to look at this top one, instructions and expectations. So, for the purposes of this video, one of my colleagues has kindly let me have a quick look at their Moodle site. Just to make you aware, I'm going to go through and I'm just going to do a bit of a critique on this site. However, they have had me around and done a one-to-one critique already on the site, so there's nothing that's going to surprise them here. Okay, so let's have a quick look at our first point. Does the course area make it clear to your students how to use the site and what you expect them to do from the first time they log in? So, what this lecture has done to address this is that in the first area on Moodle, the week 0 area, which is the area below the unit title but above the first week's title, where the announcements forum and the key contacts are both linked. The week 0 area, for those that don't know, is an area that's always available to students no matter which week they go to or which topic they go to. So important information, it's really good to put it in this area. And they've just put a quick paragraph at the top here that just welcomes the student to the site, but also tells them what information is going to be delivered to them through there. And kind of where they can find it. So it makes it clear to the student what's going to be there over the year, and it gives the student an idea of where they should come for this information. So as far as this first point, does the course area make it clear to students how to use the site and what you expect them to do? I think we can say yes for this one. Perhaps a bit more clarity within that paragraph, but it does tell them the information that's going to be there and how it gives an idea of what they're expected to, how they're expected to participate in the site. So I'm just taking a tick. The second point is general information about the unit available as a student handbook or an equivalent set of information. Now I know for a fact for this site, due to our previous review, that currently the course handbook isn't available on this site. However, that's because the unit leader's taken it down to just do a bit of a review for the next year. Generally, again in this week 0 area, it's good to stick up the course handbook, whether it's as a Word document or a PDF document, and just link it up there so the students will always have access to it. It's an important document for them, so if we get it up there, they get access to it all the time. What you can do is, if you want to take it a bit further, then you can break it down and just kind of break down the chapters in the course handbook and maybe add them in as web pages, so links to web pages, and that just makes it a bit more digestible. So rather than having a link to just one course handbook, you maybe have 5 web pages with information about different stages of the course. So I can, this one's a to do. The third point, does the site enable students to easily find supporting resources associated with teaching and learning? Let's just go back and have a quick look at the site. Now if we scroll down here, we can see that in these first 3 weeks, it does. There's some really good examples of weekly content here. So it's got the date that the week's going to run, the title of the information that's going to be there, and the name of the lecturer that's going to take it. It's then got tutorial topics with some information about the reading that should take place. It's got some links to some information on the web which they might want to use, and it's got a link to the slides for that lecture and a podcast as well. So that's a really good kind of example of how you might structure a week. Now they've got the week going further down here, so I think that we can say that for that third one, yes. The content that's up there just now, it does enable students to easily find supporting resources. Okay, so that's the first video. In the next video, I'm going to look at how we support the support for students that we can add there.